the nuts.
Hey YouTube, so we have here Acepcion, who just got second place at Arizona Regionals. And yeah, first off, like, congrats to you. When was your last top, man? It's been a while, huh?
It was like YCS San Mateo. I haven't played that much. Oh, I've played a lot, but not so much like as hardcore as I've been for the past few weeks.
Has it been a dry season for you?
Yeah, most definitely a dry season for
Yeah.
like 2014.
So in the what were your matchups for the whole event, if you remember?
I played 3 Shaddoll Mirror, 1 Cosmo, 1 Necroz, 1 Infernoid, and 2 Clifforts. 1 Towers Turbo, 1 like normal trap Cliffort.
And then you beat them all except for the last round, right, where you played
Yeah,
Cliffords?
I lost to like trap Cliffort.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually rode with him. He's my good friend, and we played a lot the night before, and we played like 12 matches, and he like 24-0'd me. So I won game 1 against him, like I somehow, and then I thought, oh man, I might actually win, but he ended up doing the normal matchup, and I got smashed.
Yeah. So it's pretty much SoCal wrecked this event, right?
Yeah, it was 5 like Southern California players, I think.
Top 8.
Yeah, 3 of them in my car. It was me and 2 other people.
That's sick. So you ended with the 8-1 record, I believe?
Yeah.
So when you come to the event, what do you think the meta was going to be? Since it was not SoCal, you know, it's Arizona, kind of different, you've never been there before. Like, what do you think, what were your thoughts coming into the event?
I was pretty sure like it was gonna be a lot of Necroz, and I thought it was gonna be a lot of Shaddolls because I don't know. I felt like the deck's like super fun, and BA was really popular. So I thought people were gonna play Shaddolls to beat BA, and then I don't know. I felt like I was gonna play some Necroz, but not so much. That's why I was like sided super heavy for the mirror, and I played 3 mirrors, so it was probably a good call, I guess.
You didn't play any BAs, right?
I played no BAs.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going right into the deck list real fast. So you have 1 BLS, 2 Effect Failers, 1 Felice, 3 Mathman, 1 of each clown, very interesting. 3 Beasts, 2 Dragons, 3 Falco, 2 Hedgehog, 2 Scomatas, 3 El Shaddoll Fusions, 1 Enemy Controller, 1 Mind Control, 1 Regeki, triple Shaddoll Fusion, double Breakthrough, double Mistake, 1 Core, 1 Vanities, double Sinister Shadow Games, 1 Torrential. So next we have a double Lila, double Puppy Plant, Puppet Plant, I'm sorry, triple Retaling Sea, triple Mystic Space Typhoon, double Curse Seal, very interesting, triple Imperial Iron Wall. And extra you have double Noitilus, triple Construct, double Shekanaga, double Winda, 1 Leo, 1 Arcanite, 1 Performage Trapeze, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Exton, and 1 Crab King. So right into it, I see the first card, Felice. Why'd you run Felice? I see a lot of Shaddoll players have been cutting this card, and how'd you feel about this card?
I don't know why they've been cutting this card, because the main problem with Shaddoll is it's so weak to Unicore, and Mathematician like is instant out with Felice. So whenever we play tested, I always saw these lists that never had Felice, and every time I had a Mathematician, you know, it's just an instant out. And also like a lot of times when I didn't know what to do for sure, sometimes I would just free roll and like throw a Felice up there, because a lot of games I won because I went mill Felice, pop a monster, and I milled like the 1 damage juggler. I milled like a beast to help me get into it, or I helped mill the core to get back a fusion.
So those 3 mills really, like, sometimes the luck was on your side that event.
Yeah, like it's super high impact. Like it destroys a monster, and then it sees you 3 cards into deck. And this entire deck, like I played like a lot of Shaddolls, like 12 Shaddolls or like 11 Shaddolls, something like that.
Yeah.
So I usually always hit something, especially playing double core.
Yeah. And then next we see, very interesting, the 1 of each clown. Why'd you do 1 of each clown, or why'd you even put clowns at all to begin with?
Yeah, I felt like the clown engine was like really powerful. Like you can always OTK them, and it's really sick, like being able to make Dweller against like BA.
Yeah.
But I felt like the clowns were never really good against Necroz, and that's the one matchup I was like pretty scared about. Like the clowns don't do anything to Necroz except for maybe make Dweller, which helps to make the water fusion. So I felt they were really weak to Necroz, but against every other matchup, they're really good. And Mathematician is basically like any clown, so
Yeah,
that's
pretty
why
much.
I felt like I could play 1 of each.
Yeah. So have you tested with more than 1 clown? And then you felt like
the original build
yeah.
played like 8 clowns, because I saw like Dale Bolito's list. Like I played that 1 enemy controller because I saw that in Dale's list.
Yeah.
And I was like, the clowns were always good when I had fusion, but no other time. And sometimes, you know, when you play Shaddolls, like you have to try to play without fusion, which is like terrible.
Yeah.
But at least if you draw like Hedgehog or like as many Shaddolls. If you draw a bunch of Shaddolls, they're good not by themselves, but they're better than the clowns by themselves. You know, they need the clowns help make Shaddoll fusion even better.
I see.
But then you just need Shaddolls to win, basically.
Yeah, I see you run the normal Shaddoll list, pretty standard, but it's pretty interesting is Double Dragon. Why'd you do Double Dragon? I don't see a lot of people running this because the Necros is so prevalent. People have been cutting this down to 1, so why'd you run Double Dragon?
Well, when we were playtesting, me and my friends that played together, like we found out that we really like playing traps in a cross deck. We played like Double Breakthrough, Torrential, and Emptiness, and we felt it was really strong. So we felt like other players were going to try that if they weren't going to play like the 9 clown build or like the 8 clown build of Necroz. And also like Dragon is, even though it's not super high utility, like it's just another big Shaddoll monster to summon, and it's pretty good in the mirror. Like in the mirror, sometimes it's like they leave a monster on the field and they don't fuse, and like Dragon's the biggest one. Yeah. So at worst, it's just a Shaddoll. So
yeah, it's power overwhelming. Yeah. and then controller, mind control was this really good for you? How'd you like this in your event?
Yeah, like Econ, Mind Control, and Regeki were like the three super broken cards. Like they always killed Unicore, but like enemy controller was just like super savage because like whenever they make a fusion with Shaddoll fusion, I'd always Econ tribute take the fusion from them after they use Shaddoll fusion, and then the end phase they'd get it back, and they would had no way to get rid of the construct. So I would fuse back on them.
They got savage. I didn't think about that play. Yeah. So they can't get rid of it. They can't beast stack it, and then now you're Shaddoll fusion live.
Yeah, and then I have my chance to basically freely OTK them.
So we're going to the side deck now. How's the Puppet Plants for you?
Puppet Plants won me like at least like 2 matches. Like against the Necroz, like they always leave Valk and Unicorn on the field. So, you know, just taking it, attacking over another monster, and then just fusing with it, and like letting me go for a game was super pivotal. But it was also really good in the mirror, because like the mirror, you know, it's like they always leave like a Shaddoll on the field to try not to, so they, you know, like they try to leave Dragon on the field 9 times out of 10 because it's the biggest Shaddoll, and they don't need to fuse with it. So they would always go like set Dragon and then set El Shaddoll, and then I'd always go like Puppet Plant. And if they chain El Shaddoll, then they're risking the fact I have a fusion. But if they don't chain, then I could just like somehow like OTK them. And like I took that dumb guy, the Performance Trapeze Magician one game, because I like Econ his monster, and I damage juggler the other attack, so he couldn't game, so he left the Trapeze Magician on the field. I Puppet Planet, and I just killed him with it. Alright,
that's sick. And then you're running the triple Retaliating C, but I don't see any Maxi. Why was that?
I felt like Maxi was like counterproductive. I'm never gonna side Maxi because I felt like it's not good, except maybe the mirror and against BA. But BA, they're just gonna side Fiends against you. And the mirror, like, it's just more dead card. I'd rather side Puppet Plants than Retaliating C. So like the value of searching wasn't that great. But having just the Macrocosmos, like, to stop them from
using effects.
Stop them from just dumping Hedgehog so they can't sack it off. That's like the main reason. And that's why I like the Econ too. I play like a bunch of cards where I can just shut off
their sacking. And then you run the double Curse Seal. How is this for you? This is very interesting.
It was legitimately the best card on my side. Like against the mirror, it's like 100% blowout. Like I thought Retaliating C was really good in the mirror. Like Curse Seal's even better, and like you can always make it live. If you can make a construct, you make it live. Like you just dump core and then add back a fusion that you use to make the construct, so you have instant like spell discard.
That's pretty sick, because then now they can't activate anything, right?
They can't activate. Basically, you get to play with Shaddoll Fusion, and you don't need to play around it, and they can never activate Shaddoll Fusion ever.
It's so messed up, man.
It's also good against the Cross. That's why, like, going first, I always sided against the Cross. Because, I side 3 more Floodgates against them, like the 3 Iron Walls. And if they MST me, then it's like, oh, well, you have no more MSTs for the rest of the game. Or even getting a Cycle. Like, if I ever got Cycle, I won the game. Because that deck, like, has no late game without, it's like 2 other spells.
And Triple Iron Wall, did this help you with the Cosmo matchup?
Against the Cosmo matchup, like, I found out that matchup was really easy. All you have to do is literally summon Construct. And they have to Dark Hole it, and it's, like, impossible to kill. Iron Wall basically won me round 2 against Infernoid, and against the one Necroz I played, like, it won me the game because like that card's broken. It's like Mistake because they can't search spells. And like they can't DA you, and like Trish is really hard to resolve because like you play El Shaddolls and you play Veilers, you play Breakthroughs, but like DA is the only card, and like if you have Iron Wall versus them, like DA can't kill anything.
Yeah. And then so you're going to the extra deck now. You're running double Noetilis. Was there ever a game where you brought both of them out?
Yeah, against the Necroz, game 1 and game 2, I made a double Annoyatilis. Like I found like traps aren't as good against them because sometimes they play MST, sometimes they play Danko.
Yeah.
So like Annoyatilis is so strong, especially like there's like a turn 1 play where you can open up where you go Dweller and Construct, and then you have an El Shaddoll set against them.
Yeah.
So I always make Annoyatilis like every single game against Necroz.
Do you make it blindly even though you don't know what you're playing against, or you hold it out?
I usually hold it out because I basically just don't want to let them know what I'm playing half the time.
Okay.
So I'll just set one. And then even like passing is a strong move because everyone's going to respect damage juggler.
Yeah, yeah, true. Does the first one ever die and then you have to bring the second one out, or you would El Shaddoll the first one away to do more damage? Like how does 2 work for you?
I would always, if they have book or, mainly just book. If they have book, I would always just El Shaddoll to make a second one.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I end up making a second one because the clowns have easy access to killing Annoyatilis.
True. And then why'd you play Arcanine over Black Rose?
I felt like just having a light access is like super important, and Black Rose was literally only there for the Clifford matchup I played against 2.
Yeah.
And I felt like Clifford was never going to be a popular deck, so I didn't play it because it was only good against that one matchup. So I kept it there.
Okay, and then Trapeze. How'd you like Trapeze?
Oh, Trapeze was like the nuts. Like it was so good. Like I made it like all the time. I played Mind Control and I played Econ. So game 1, it always happened.
Yeah.
And then Puppet Plants, like it always happened. Like almost every game was won by that card.
Yeah.
Even with Lila's, like I summoned Lila, special summon a Hat Tricker, and then just OTK.
Because you pop the back row and then they can't defend themselves.
Yeah, Lila was like one of my favorite cards also.
Yeah. And then you run the Diamond Crab King over the Star Eater. Why is that?
Because it's easier to make rank 4. It's another out to tower.
Yeah.
It's easier to make rank 4s than to
Double 11.
Like even though I played what is it called?
Triple Falco.
Double core, triple Falco.
Yeah.
It's insanely hard. You have to literally summon Crab King turn 1 against towers to beat it, and that's what I did. Like turn 1, I just go guy, make towers, attack over, and then just have a way to kill Scout, and then that deck lost.
Yeah, because they can't come back after that.
Yeah.
The tower dies. All right, so that's pretty much the deck list. What were your bad matchups and good matchups? Like knowing the deck already, like coming to the event. Like what were you prepared for?
I played a lot for this event. Like all my friends that we came down with, we play tested like every other day.
Yeah.
And I was like super certain. I felt like the only deck that could ever beat this deck, like this build, and me playing it, is Clifford. Like, that was like literally the worst matchup.
Yeah.
But I felt like the Shaddoll matchup, like we have like 5 cards that auto beat 3 Retaliating Seed, but I felt like having access to Curse Seal and no one knowing about it, like you auto beat that matchup. And then there were people at the top tables that knew I was setting Curse Seal, and like they would have fusion, but they were like, no, I'm not activating it. It's like they can't win if it ever resolves.
Yeah.
And then like Necroz, I feel like Necroz is not even that hard. Like double core gives me Annoyatilis all the time. I feel like Necroz is super like reliant on like I don't know your opponent sucking or you being better. So I felt like most Necroz players aren't that good, so I usually just throw out every single one.
So knowing that Clifford is a bad matchup, why didn't you side more against it?
I felt like I was fine losing to that matchup.
Yeah.
Because it's not so popular. I felt like everyone's going to be playing Shaddoll, everyone's playing BA, everyone's going to play Necroz. Like, if someone plays Klee, it's either going to be the early rounds, or I thought it was going to be my friend who I played in the finals.
Yeah. Alright, that's pretty sick. And then, so any changes would you make the deck? Like, was anything not working out for you during the event?
I felt like, aesthetically, I wish the deck was 40 cards, you know what I mean? Like,
It looks not neat. Even on DN, it looks unneat.
It does not look good.
Yeah.
But I felt like the 41 cards I played were all perfect. Like, every single card I activated, and I never felt like, man, of course, like drawing like double Falco was terrible.
Yeah.
But every single card was like really good. And I felt like the 1/1/1 clowns, even though it looks like really unorthodox, like it should be taken into account because like the clowns, even though they're super broken, like they're only good when you have fusion. And then the side was like the best thing ever. Lila was literally like a +2 every single game.
Yeah.
Papa Plant was really good, and like every other card was like I felt like when I drew them, I would win the matchup.
So no changes if you were to do the event again?
If I were to do obviously next week's LA, so I'd change the deck.
I also can bring that up with the Norden coming out. Are you gonna do any changes with since Norden's coming out?
We were planning to take out like double mistake and just putting like one instant fusion or cutting mistake and then like the mistakes all together, and then maybe another core for 2 instant fusion because it gives access to
Water
Norden.
fusion, yeah.
Yeah, it's a water fusion, but I don't think the deck changes so much. Maybe we might mean maxi because that's what we're thinking. Like, if we play like this version, like very like high utility version with like maxis, like we can just out consistent everyone, and then like punish them when they like try to go off. Because like Norden, like if you maxi them, you get like draw 2 cards, and they like leave a fusion on like an XYZ on board.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. YouTube. Congrats again to Ed. Thanks for the interview. And you have any last words, man?
No, not really. Shout out to Ryan's car.
Yeah, Ryan's car. Oh yeah, he drove for you guys, right? All the way to Arizona?
Yeah, he drove us to Arizona.
All right, that's pretty much it. Thanks again, and later to you too.